In a small remote town in Serbia, surrounded by dense forests and veiled in an atmosphere of mystery, there was a tale of a spectral figure, the Serbian dancing lady. The legend spoke of a time when the lady was once a famous ballerina, renowned throughout the region for her grace and skill. However, on a fateful night during one of her most important performances, something went terribly wrong. A group of jealous rivals sabotaged her, causing her to stumble and fall on stage in front of a large audience. Humiliation and shame consumed the ballerina, breaking her spirit and soul. After that night, the lady mysteriously disappeared from the public eye and retreated to her secluded cottage at the edge of the woods. It was said that she was working on a new and peculiar form of dance, an obscure and forbidden art. Villagers only saw her emerge at night, dressed in black and with her face concealed by a dark veil. As the temperature dropped and snowflakes fell from the sky, the lady of the dance began to roam the deserted streets, capturing the attention of passers-by. Encounters with the Serbian dancing lady were both terrifying and bizarre. Anyone who watched her dance felt a sense of unease and anguish, as if something sinister had taken control of their mind. It was said that while she danced, she emitted strange sounds that seemed to come from another dimension, and her movements were so fluid and unnatural that she almost appeared to levitate above the ground. But the most disturbing aspect of it all was what happened to the passers-by after crossing paths with the Serbian dancing lady. Some claim to have been plagued by horrible nightmares, followed by dark shadows and hearing voices in the darkness. Others asserted to have seen strange scars and marks on their bodies, without any recollection of how they got them. The rumors about the Serbian dancing lady spread quickly, and fear gripped the village inhabitants. Many chose to avoid the streets at night, seeking refuge in their homes, far from the dark peril that seemed to envelop the Serbian dancing lady. Years passed, and the legend of the Serbian dancing lady became deeply ingrained in the village's culture. It was now retold by elders to the younger generations as a cautionary tale, warning them to stay away from the forest at night and avoid any encounters with the spectral figure. One particular evening, a curious and adventurous villager decided to test the validity of the legend. He was known for his skepticism and believed that the story of the Serbian dancing lady was just a fabrication of the villagers to entertain themselves during long winter nights. Ignoring the warnings and fueled by his skepticism, he ventured into the dark woods one cold, moonless night. As he wandered deeper into the forest, he began to feel an eerie presence surrounding him. Despite the chilling atmosphere, he pressed on, telling himself that the legend was nothing more than a mere tale. After a while, the villagers saw a faint glimmer of light flickering in the distance. He cautiously followed it until he came across a clearing where a haunting melody filled the air. In the middle of the clearing stood a figure dressed in black, moving gracefully to the rhythm of the music. It was the Serbian dancing lady. The villager was taken aback, realizing that the legend was not just a myth. However, Instead of being frightened, he laughed to himself, convinced that the whole situation was an elaborate prank set up by the villagers to scare him. As he stood there, watching the Serbian dancing lady sway to the eerie tune, something strange began to happen. The music intensified, and the shadows around the lady seemed to come alive, swirling and dancing in rhythm with her. His laugh turned into nervous giggles, and he felt an inexplicable pull toward the dancing figure. But then, an abrupt change came over the Serbian dancing lady. Her movements became frenetic, and her face, though hidden beneath the veil, appeared twisted and contorted. The once mesmerizing dance now seemed like a ritualistic summoning of dark forces. A wave of dread washed over the villager as he realized that there was an ominous truth to the legend. The demonic presence that surrounded the Serbian dancing lady was all too real, and he had foolishly underestimated the power of the spectral figure. Despite his fear, he found himself unable to turn away. It was as if an invisible force had trapped him in the midst of the sinister performance. The music grew louder and louder, resonating inside his head, and the shadows swirled around him, enveloping him in darkness. As the night wore on, the villagers grew worried about the man's disappearance. They organized search parties to comb through the forest, but no trace of him was ever found. The villager had vanished without a trace, leaving behind only rumors and speculations. The villagers now regarded the tale with both fear and reverence. They realized that some legends, no matter how fantastical they might seem, could indeed hold a grain of truth. The warning echoed through the generations, passed down as a reminder to respect the old tales and heed the wisdom of those who came before. For in the small, remote town in Serbia, where legends and reality blurred, the Serbian dancing lady would forever dance in the shadows, reminding everyone that some stories, no matter how chilling, might just be more than mere tales.